that's my dream job. I quit. And the improvised
Welcome, fair friends, to this our humble stage, where we four actors will endeavor to delight your eye, thrill your heart with our tale inspired by the inimitable William Shakespeare. Everything you see here before you will be delivered extempore, our very tale woven from thin air. We, four actors, will play many parts in this production of Shakesqueer. We want nothing more than to please you, so we shall ask, how would you see this show begin this evening? Where will our first scene take place?
The forest.
The forest, I thank thee.
Soft, sister, for I do hear some footsteps in these woods.
'Tis but a bear.
Ah! But a bear, you say, but a bear, as if a bear were some small, hideous creature. A bear, sister! A bear is a creature that might eat us, sister.
Could be a rabbit.
Rabbit, I would happily witness, for it has been some time since we have supped properly.
Thou wilt give me thy sword if thou canst not take it and defend us, then I shall do the defending.
William, Mathilde, Horace.
Dost thou come upon us again in the night?
Nay, I am but a figment of thy imagination.
Then depart thee immediately, for I am not amused by these small scares that you foist upon us.
How cruel art thou to thy figments, created by thy imagination with such ephemeral life as to be dismissed at such whim? Nay, I shall stay.
Thou wouldst do well to watch thy tongue, or it shall be cut from thee. For if thou dost arrive in the middle of the night, in the middle of the forest, without note, how should we know who it is, or if it is a bear indeed?
Oh, very well then. I shall tell thee, for I trust thee to have such control and precision with thy weapon that I know that I am in no such danger from thy hand. And from William? Come now. Thou art as martial as a rabbit.
Thou dost speak ill of my brother.
Defend me, sister.
I shall do so. Thou canst not speak to my brother in such a manner, for he is but simple, and needs one to protect him. And I shall be the one to protect him, and if thou dost spear him with thy words, then how can I protect him?
Sister, I did ask thee to defend me, and yet I feel quite belittled by your defense.
We are in one mind.
Thou would speak ill.
Of thy defense, I indeed.
Then I shall sit it out, and thou canst defend thyself. I shall see thee on the morrow.
Ah, Mathilde. Such a raw spirit she is, and yet so easily dismissed.
What business have you here, Horace?
I am to tell thee, and thou hast forgot, that tomorrow is May Day. Indeed, that very day in which all do seek to find their match. I wish thee good luck upon such a day. For an thou dost not find such a match, it shall be another year afore thou hast thy chance. We are of an age, William, you and I, 21. I propose with thee a challenge. He who finds first love on this May day shall win, as we have ever been in competition since we were youths. Tell me then that thou wouldst not place this wager with thy fate.
And you were my figment, I would have dismissed you some time ago, Horace, for thou art a rascal, and an unwelcome one.
A rascal? Come now, I'm at least a rogue.
Fine, thou art a rogue, a rake, a cur, a villain.
Oh, wondrous well.
I will take this contest gladly, for thou hast the heart of a black dog, and you will not find love.
Well said. Save the step back. Take my hand, and clasp it well as a man should.
Thou dost clasp it rather firmly.
Tomorrow.
Thing that so many throughout history have endeavored to sit on a throne. For those that do find themselves so seated could well counsel those who do seek that they were better off as they were. For I was one in such a day that did look to my father and say, ah, and someday that seat shall be mine. And so it was. And many a happy year spent I with Clarice at my side, she bringing out the best in all that I lacked. But so it is that those with such true hearts do often precede those of denser stuff to the grave. And I sit alone.
Call upon me, mother. 'Tis thy daughter Ophelia, she has come.
Ophelia, so I did. For I would ask thee again, where be your brother William and your sister Matilda? Where? I have sat here all the day and waited for their counsel.
If it were the day, then I would say that they had gone afield. But 'tis the night, whereupon they cannot be far.
And why do you not accompany them, fair daughter?
For their antics are childish, and I wish no part.
Ah, and you, serious art, you do keep to your chambers, whiling the hours away? I think not, for I have heard report of you, my dear Ophelia. I know well where you do keep your time. There is nothing that does escape me. Knowest thou this?
Aye, thou art a trap
Mm-hmm.
that does retain all that thou hast heard and seen, and what thou dost not know, thou dost desire to know.
I do not see and hear for myself, my dear Ophelia. Knowest thou that I do have my people in all parts of this duchy? So move with care, and And do not think that my favor from your sister can be so put off by telling tales.
She is but the firstborn.
She is the firstborn, and she will by all rights sit there, the chair that you do see before you. But it is not that she is the firstborn only. She has it in her, my dear. And were you the firstborn, I tell thee true, I will endeavor to unseat you, for you have not the look of a ruler about you.
Thou speakest ill of thy kin.
Nay, my daughter, I do not speak ill of thee. 'Twas meant so not. I do but say that there are other ways that you can make your gifts known, and seek not this chair. It shall not bring thee pleasure.
Thou canst say the pleasure will not be brought, but thou hast been upon the throne. One does know the power of a chair when one does sit upon it. 'Tis but a lowly chair. 'Tis but the others around that do give its office. An office that I do seek, and I shall find. Aye, 'tis but a throne.
Thou sitt'st it well.
Thou to the throne room?
I am the Queen's Vizier, and I am here with a message for thy mother, the Duchess.
Well, my mother is
Why
not
not? Well-
here. I shall take it in her stead.
Well now, the lady. I shall be staying this fortnight. I wish not to cause thee discomfort, but did merely mention that thou art comely upon such a seat. Dost thou then covet?
What is it to thee?
Not save that I understand the urge to power. And I shall be here a fortnight. And very well, I might not met.
I do catch thy meaning. What means these words?
Study them well, for they do hold portent for thy cause.
Mark me, for it is May. And all the rules of the kingdom are forgot on such a day as this.
Oh,
If thou mayest speak now, Char, stand not silent before me. All I did say was 'tis May. All the rules of the kingdom are put aside.
'tis May.
'Tis May.
That doth precede June and follow July.
Precede June and follow July. Nay.
Nay,
'Twas April but anon.
aye, 'twas a test, Margaret, of thine own wit, that thou hast verily.
Thou must
Proceed June and follow July, 'tis Maytober.
Aye, 'tis Maytober, that we may proceed anon and follow not the rules of this kingdom.
I shall, as I have done on all other days of May in past years, I shall find myself a pretty little lover. Just for a fortnight. I shall take her, I shall have her, I shall release herself.
Oh, Margaret, thou art a huntress of woman.
I am indeed.
Or a fisherwoman to take and then release them unto the
Or
wild.
a miner woman that quarries deep under the terrain and brings forward buried treasure in the form of young virgins.
A virgin! Oh my, yes, indeed. Dost thou remember the past year where I did find the sweet Miranda? Golden locks had she, such cheeks, roses were a fair shadow compared to the cheeks of Miranda. And she did say before me, "Oh, Margaret, wouldst thou school me in the ways of weaving?" And I said, these fingers, adept at weaving are, and shall weave me a fair, I fill in the blank.
And then thou didst make a basket with her?
Indeed I did. A basket we did make together.
Oh.
A basket with two backs.
But what use hath the basket with two backs? For one cannot carry anything in a two-backed basket.
Char, thou
Does have a double
tense
meaning.
this morrow.
A double meaning.
I follow thee.
Two backs. Thou hast a back,
Aye.
and I have a back.
Aye.
And we were face unto face. We should have two backs.
And were we a basket, nothing could be put twixt us.
Oh,
Hence,
Lord!
would be a useless basket.
Is that exactly? Nothing in between.
And all the better therefore, but not with thee. This Maytober, I shall find me a strapping lad, one made of stern stuff, to whip me hither and yon as if I were his mule.
Oh, dost thou like the whipping then?
Aye, betimes I do.
I
Have the
shall.
cup. Where's the sack?
Here it is, Meg. And drink to thy health.
And Meg, drink and tell us what thou wouldst this year.
'Tis May does come after April, and I shall see it well this year.
Aye, 'tis as I said.
For I shall find all the women I do desire.
Speakest so last year, and thou didst sit in thy corner, wiping thy tears away. No women should love me. Remember?
Thou
Aye.
hast
I
taken
recall.
all of the women. Thou wouldst take them again, nay?
She took no more than 5.
All the women. 'Tis so, Meg.
And how so from me?
How about this? How about you and I mark a day on our calendars to reacquaint ourselves one with the other? Shall we?
Our own May Day.
Our own May Day. Wouldst thou say A?
Will you weave baskets on such a day?
Charles, forevermore trapped in basket weaving.
Aye.
I must to the Duchess. She would have soup this day, and I did promise that I would rosemary bring.
Leave
I
the
to the
sack.
woods to chop wood.
Luck to thee.
Hast thou no man this day?
May, nor most days.
Then what a man art thee?
A simple man, Meg, one ill-equipped to find myself a mate, for I am not armored with wits like Margaret, or looks like thine own self, or the prowess of our dear friend Roger.
'Tis empty.
Does
My cup.
Aye.
That cup is empty. But is my cup in trough and thy cup?
Yet I have not a cup.
Thou knowest not my meaning.
Aye.
For if thou dost desire a man,
Aye.
thou must pursue a man.
Aye.
Aye.
And how might I pursue
For
such
the
quarry?
lion does not catch the antelope if it does not have a chase,
Oh, nay.
nor the hunter the deer if not hunting.
I must be like the lion and weave a web of sinuous strands that mine antelope may be caught within it.
Thou dost catch my meaning.
Oh, and so I will catch a man, as a basket weaver does catch the fish that he seeks in the ocean. Thou hast counseled me well, Meg. I thank thee. Mwah.
Oh, indeed, thou lookest well, Bassanio.
Is true, Leora, thou art my sister, thou needest not to say such.
I do not speak it out of loyalty. I speak as if I were thy glass, and I do mirror back what thou shouldst see thyself. Thou
Well,
art fair.
sooth, I fear me that I am but a callow youth. Much have I been, first at school and then at war, and now I am returned to find that 'tis almost May day. I know not the latest fashions. This has been brought for me by our mothers, and I...
Fashion need you not. All you need is your eye and your smile. Sweet countenance that thou dost have.
And thou, for my courage to screw me unto the
No.
sticking point to be the man that I should be.
Many years we were parted. I feel almost a stranger before thee, Bassanio.
Leora, thou hast aught to say, I would hear it.
I would ask thee, how thou dost find me after so many years away. Have I grown into the sister that thou didst hope to have?
Should I then be thy mirror? I shall gladly be thy looking glass. For in it thou shalt find a paragon of woman.
I was but a girl of 17 when thou didst go off to battle.
And now thou art full 9 and 10. Look at thee! I shall tell thee what I do see. I do see a woman in her full bloom, come upon the wisdom of her mother and the strength of her other mother. That she is made of such stern stuff and such beauties that she shall make some woman a wife so grand
I am
and so fine that that woman shall bless the day she was born and thank the divine.
I am young for such thoughts, so say our mothers. Were we not blessed? Did fortune not shine upon us, Bassanio, to give us such mothers as ours?
Indeed. One to show us the ways of war and the other the ways of peace. One to show us the path of strength and the other of caring and compassion. And so to balance in us such virtues to bring us to fruition.
Now you speak of yourself alone, for you do have the mark of both mothers on you. And I fear I know not of Venus, nor not of Mars either. I am still like a bud waiting to open.
Look unto the orchard. There lie fruits, e'en now blooming upon the trees. Apples, pears, peaches. And they have a blush upon them of youth, of promise. So dost thou. Thou art yet unfinished, and so shouldst thou be. I am glad that thou hast not been sent unto war, for there, though honor and glory may be found, yet also darker things, seasons untoward that thou art best to avoid.
Didst thou see such things, Bassanio?
They cannot.
Do such things lie heavy on your heart?
I can bear it. Thou needst not worry for me in such wise. But I saw things, beloved, that should not be seen, much less done.
Well, now that May has come, you can put such thoughts behind you. Will you go to the fields?
I shall.
Well, may you find much pleasure there, my brother. And you shall tell me tales on your return.
Gladly.
Sister, I must confess, I did find myself abandoned by thee yesterday.
Thou wert in the company of Horace.
Oh,
That was not abandoned.
Horace is no company for me.
Come, dear brother. Speak thy troth.
The man, Horace, has been and a friend and an enemy since we were boys. And in every contest that we did embark upon together, he hath bested me. He has both the wits and the prowess and the tongue to win any man that he desires.
Dost thou desire to be that man?
Oh, sister.
Thereupon I did not abandon thee, but I did allow thee to walk thy path.
And what strategy have I in this affair? For Horace will seek some youth to bed or wed perhaps, and I will be left abandoned yet again. For I have not the courage to confess my feelings to Horace, nor would they be well received by him.
How dost thou know? Hast thou tried?
Try? Nay, sister. Thou knowest Horace and I. We are mortal enemies, sister, and occasionally we are friends, but to tell Horace that he is in faith the object of mine own heart would be to anoint him the victor of this our contest.
Dost thou wish to wound or to woo? Thou canst choose, but must choose one.
Oh, force me not to choose, sister, betwixt winning and loving, for I am a man, and I would have both were they both available to me.
Thou canst have but one.
Oh. Forgive me.
What ho!
I am wandering at this fair time.
Thou dost come upon Mathilde.
Indeed, I know thee well. I do not leave my chambers much, and I sought to seek fresh air. Do I disturb you?
Nay, thou dost know me, but I know not thee.
Ah, thou knowest my brother Bassanio. I am Leora, his youngest sister. Forgive me, I do not know the ways of speech that would charm you.
Thou needst not words to charm me.
As you abandoned me yesterday, so will I abandon you anon.
Thou takest my sword again?
You are well renowned in our duchy. You are like to be the Duchess. Is it not so?
'Tis but the line of blood.
I should kneel before thee.
Nay, kneel not. Hast thou read much?
Oh, I have read much indeed, for I do spend the day in my chambers reading and attempting to expand a mind that I find most empty. You see, for when my brother did go off to battle, I was left bereft, all alone, and my mothers did seek that I should better myself in some way in his absence. My tongue runs apace, and gallops ahead of me, and I know not what I say.
'Tis a river that does flow freely, and I do enjoy its waters.
Say so. And you, fair lady, what do you read?
I have read books. I have read poetry, but it sticks not in my head.
I do love poetry, but for me, it's geometry that has my heart.
Ah, thou dost like the shape of
I
things.
do. I do like the shapes and angles of all things, and I love to study the stars. For when I do go out into my courtyard of a night, I can see, I think, more stars in the heavens than the field has flowers. It is a mystery that I gaze upon and cannot decipher. Perhaps it is so with your poetry.
Nay, my poetry inspires not the stars, for the stars do inspire much.
My lady, do you go a-maying?
Aye, indeed. Dost thou?
I have never been. I do not know the custom. I do know that I see ladies and youth come back from the fields with blossoms in their hair and light in their cheeks, and laughter in their voices, but I know not what takes place there.
Shall I school thee?
I would most humbly put myself in your hands. I would most humbly follow thee to the fields and learn by thy side.
I would take thee in my hands. Lady Leora, will you be mine this May?
I shall be thine this May, and well into June, if thou wouldst have it.
Let's take a token.
Is this a custom then?
I will take it thou. And we shall hold it.
I shall see thee on the morrow then.
Aye, for
Or
we shall
early,
begin
early. Nay, I shall await thee in the orchard by the end of the lane.
I shall be there.
Until then.
Home once more. From war and before that, from learning. But I feel as though I were a stranger to all these folk with whom I did grow. For though they have been here all these years, I have been gone for 4 years and more. And yet, do I feel my roots here, in Sussex, grown and raised. I wonder, what would have been of my life had I not left, had I not seen the sights I saw. She knows it not, but I am as virginal and untutored as my sister, Leora. One does not a lover find in a school, nor indeed on a battlefield, though passions do rage. 'Tis difficult to place thy heart in another's hand when he or she may die in but another day. So 'tis that I have yearned for the company of my childhood friends. Horace, William, those with whom I did sport all my childhood, and with whom I do have memories of light and life, and one of whom ever have I loved. I, Bassanio, scholar and warrior, do say and shout it to the empty woods. I do love William well, and this May day shall endeavor to make him mine.
Tis late, and I must to bed. But more duties come before me to exhaust my spirit. I am tired. If I could but lay this burden aside, I would. Mathilde, my girl, thou must take up thine office, even now. For am I made to stay all my life? Documents, pleadings, and managements? No. Each person is allowed some leisure. And I would say that my time is before me. I shall tell her in the morrow, Ophelia, thou dost have a psychic sense with thy mother. My girl, I would to thy sister tell her to see me in my chambers tomorrow early, for I have much to discuss with her, and we shall be all the day ensconced. See that she is there, I charge thee. Dost thou have news for me?
Thou desire the tidings?
Didst thou ope it?
Come from thy vizier.
Fie upon it. Didst thou know that she was gone so? Didst thou know this?
Speak
Read
what
it.
of? Nay, mother, for 'tis thy business.
Your eldest sister has made it a mockery of her office and does betake herself to the woods. And I should expect not to see her for a near fortnight. Didst thou know of this? Ophelia, speak to me plain.
How would I know, mother? For thou knowest thy daughter, for thou dost have eyes and ears in all corners.
Wouldst thou mock me now? Well, I remember what I said to thee.
As do I.
You shall after her. You and your brother shall after her and bring her back.
Thou wouldst send me as a scout
that she is not. Were she perfect, she would be where thou dost sit.
Ah, perfect save for love. For she does desire the Mayday that all do desire.
And you, Ophelia, who had leave to go, why stay thou behind?
Ah, thou dost require that I go, and leave behind my sister to assume the throne.
Ophelia, tell me true, daughter, what did I do to inspire such venom in thy tongue? Thy very look as if I were some rodent that thou wouldst pounce upon. I did not make thee born third, my dear. 'Twas not I that set the state of affairs as they are. Your sister will rule. I did not mark thee for such a life of dissipation. This thou didst thyself.
Thou didst not make me third, thou didst make me. Thou and my mother, rest her soul. Yea, I speak her name, for thou canst not, but I do recall. I shall be thy slave and follow thy daughter.
It is a perilous task, the hunting of a lover. One must tread softly, like a turtle. For to startle a potential lover is to risk great peril, but one must observe with great vision, like a mouse. For a vision is required in the pursuit of romance, and one must have strong fortitude, as a sea eel doth. For a lover is a trickery fish to catch, and it will require much strength. I have hatched a plan that I will confess to my fellow players, that together we might ensnare a lover for me. Char! Friends! Oh! Meg! Margaret! Enter hence!
Thou didst see us.
Oh, for I have plotted long and wittily, like the mighty Aphrodite himself, and I have a stratagem.
Ah, stratagem.
A stratagem.
But one question for thee. What be a stratagem?
A stratagem, my dear friend Roger, since thou doth require explanation, a stratagem is a sort of a poem that one doth create, so that one may see where the pieces will be played before they are played, as in a game of rooks. I see that thou art addled, Roger. Well, it is a very complicated concept.
Addled I am not, confused I am.
Allow me to edify you. As one begins the subtle chase of a partner, one may not build the edifice all at once, but must first start with certain foundational maneuvers, as in when one goes to pursue a line of credit from a local merchant. Doth thou follow me?
Nay.
Aye. As I said, it is most complicated.
I do cut wood, Char.
Aye.
I be Roger the woodcutter.
Aye.
Not of such learning as thou art. But I do know my way about a man. I do know very well what to do with one. Take him and kiss him. Oh!
Oh, Meg, didst thou see?
'Twas not the moment, for I had yet to recite my poem.
Thou mayest yet do so.
What's...
There is a time for speech, and there is a time for action. And thou dost see that Meg and I partake of action.
Would you hear my stratagem?
Thou dost speak and speak and speak.
Wouldst tell it me in privy?
In privy?
Oh, in privy. Meg and I do have most extreme business in other parts. Therefore, you shall have your privy, and we shall have ours. Come, my girl. Here.
Now. Do tell me thy poem.
Oh. In sooth, I have not written it yet, for my stratagem was to first write a poem.
Well enough.
And so, we will take a 10-minute pause while you do refresh yourself with our beverages, and we shall see thee anon.
Great.
I'm not caught up on this Dow business. But do you not get like wine in general, or just red wine? Like if I get like wine drunk, obviously. That's a good thing. Which is like, but that's like the best. Like that's like if you're in a hot tub or something like, and like the smell afterwards is like super nice.
I
She did not ask for either, right? No. I hope that's a compliment. I know Shakespeare does make you look older, so maybe we'll check it out. Like, hey, so whenever I'm with basically anybody except my parents, I got credit card. No, like, in the US, they do realize older people get high. That's so real, and honestly, that makes so much sense because, like, in a college town, they encourage you all the time. Yeah. But, like, in other places, that's really hard. I think it's also, like, generally, people who are under the ones, they try to act older, they try to, like, overly act normal, and then it'll yeah, you get, like, weird vibes.
Actually, it's not a branch, it's a
Very suspicious.
branch share.
Sounds like a shit kind of word.
Branch. So, breakfast, lunch, and branch.
I can't remember. Is it middle or left?
What
I
branch?
showed that picture. She's such a princess. Like, she looks like... Yeah, this is like, this is the best picture ever. It's very like, it's very big. Oh, there was just a staircase. Where? In the like Bible. Yeah.
Maybe they should
Yeah.
just
So
search for it.
this is like
Like,
it's
on
called
Instagram, you will get it.
the bottom floor. It's in San Jose somewhere. It's in like some shopping center. It's like the staircase on the top floor. They have like prom, leather on the bride, bridesmaid, and on the hall box. Bride. Like the staircase for some reason. Yeah, so that's also there.
So what would you say?
No, what's crazy is that like
Which is what- which
but
one?
then I said my boyfriend. I like, but that's like a reflection of the
Even
relationship.
if you hate Facebook, I mean, then you basically hate
Yeah, it's just
hate
the same
people that
opinion.
music and like this God or whatever.
Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, like one of
Sure.
them. We broke up probably like a
Facebook gave
Things have been really good since we broke up. Maybe it's like relieved that like pressure with the label or like everything.
Yeah.
It's like it was, I was like crazy. And I why did I recognize that? I remember like all the things
Yeah, that's no example. How they use it. And how they use it for so I had relationship types.
I think you think that most like, I'd say yes.
So basically the fake reality
And then I'd be like, okay,
yeah.
let's wait until I'm at least
Actually
25.
started in
Yeah.
2006
Well, also, now like different times.
Slowly, but
No, not like 10 years or like,
complete.
yeah, these people, you know,
All the
certain people, it's like,
stories
I said that anyway.
to create the fake.
You set a boundary to be like, okay, this person is not
So now we have this totally divided
I'm not
two
used to
kinds of reality. But sooner or later is going to be solved, and they're going to
we break up with them.
that.
This is like, we break up
So basically what's going to happen, everyone gonna believe totally, not generated, so you gonna create it in your brain, but
I feel like that's nice for you.
So there were one huge reality and
I mean, I didn't feel like I had that big jump. But I just feel like
not so many realities, couple of realities, and it's gonna be more the internet, more connection with
For we did not say a time. I thought 'twas a rule that dawn would be the time of meeting. We did say a place, I well remember. We did say the lane at the end of the orchard, and there I am. We did exchange tokens, which I thought meant a promise of sorts, though 'twas not a custom of which I am known. I should have asked Bassanio what it meant, but I was shy, and thought not to speak to him. I thought, Aliora, thou hast made a match all on thine own self, and I need no help from thee. But in sooth 'tis not so. Perchance the exchange of tokens is some sort of ill-humored joke. But I must say, when I did look into her eyes, and I spoke of the stars that so entrance me, there were no stars in all the heaven that did entrance me more than those that did twinkle in her spheres. But I am a green girl. And I shall look back upon this day with laughter in years to come, and say, methought I had found a true love there that day. Which was not to be. Farewell, sweet dream.
Thou hast brought me the news, and I have made it the tiding that I did desire. For thou didst bring me this letter,
Aye.
and to my mother I did give this.
What perfidy!
For thou didst say, as was writ by the Queen, 'tis no longer a matter of order of birth, but 'tis matter of marriage. that does fit the crown.
True, 'tis what her majesty doth wish, and it wish to communicate unto thy very gracious mother. But
Thou hadst other plans. I did give this note that did say that my sister would be amiss.
the queen doth love me well for many of my qualities, and one of them is merry mischief making.
Thou art making mischief merrily.
Indeed. And at least one of your siblings shall be merry in this and make sport. Methinks 'tis thee.
I shall make a sport, and my sister shall not marry.
Ah, and in that shalt thou find thy way unto the seat forever.
Aye, for if my sister is gone a fortnight, my mother does think to the woods she has gone. But I do know that she is but locked in a room.
Oh!
Will not find her, my mother, nay. Nor shall I, for I have gone to the woods to look after my sister. But I shall not find her there, for she is not in the woods.
I shall tell thee true. Not by habit, but I shall. I had not thought thee so strictly in thy character to hatch and plot such a plan and bring it unto fruition. I toast thee, and say unto thee, long may you reign.
Thou shalt have a station in my office. Thou shalt find thyself well used.
Comrade.
Juliet?
Oh. There are some days where fortune rains down upon one, and today is such a day. What hast thou done? Naught.
Not!
Not.
Not! Juliet, thou hast never had an appreciation for the chronicling of events. But were it not for chroniclers like myself, all of history would be for naught.
Chronicle you shall be of your dear friend Juliet. For I am not a chronicler, I am a maker of history. I am a maker of story.
Aye, I sense that you have some news for me.
I am not convinced that I shall have it to share.
A secret, then? And tell me, dearest companion, as I am an investigator of histories and a scholar of sorts, what would it require for you to make a donation to this here history?
You put an excellent question to me, Conrad. Now, I am in a bit of a tight place, and perhaps your advice would be most welcome. For I, as you know, as thou art as well, employed by the Duchess to see and to hear everywhere.
'Tis noble, the profession of a spy.
I know not how many we are.
We are at least two,
At least two.
but
No.
in all likelihood dozens, for the Duchess is a very suspicious ruler, and she has tendrils throughout her kingdom.
Everywhere she doth. But this small tendril that did escape its pot did land upon a plot so thick that my salary, such as it is paltry and compare.
For we young tendrils do require much sustenance.
Indeed we do. Now, if I were an honorable lass, I would to the Duchess and say, such and so did I hear.
And if I were an honorable man, I would immediately to the Duchess to tell her of this here conversation.
But you shall not.
Nay,
For
nor will you.
I shall not breathe a word.
Oh.
Even to thee, Conrad. Even to thee shall I not whisper of the plot that does circle around the poor beleaguered Duchess, until I have well thought how I can enrich mine own coffer.
I salute you, dear Juliet, for thou art a true scoundrel. I pity our poor Duchess, for she hath hired in her service those such as you and I, who by our very nature may not be trusted, and yet she doth seek to trust us to do her bidding.
And I may trustworthy prove, yet I know not. I shall see which way the wind blows.
Tell me one thing, Juliet. What is this plot that you, little tendril, have discovered?
Tell me one thing. That is the thing in the name.
Detail.
I shall tell
nothing, a trifling.
I shall tell you this. There is no love lost between the dear Ophelia and her sweet sister.
'Tis not news, 'tis well known throughout the county.
Well, you shall remember what I said when more shall be revealed. And follow me with thy quill and book.
I will.
Prepared, for you shall write a story that has never been told before.
'Twas a token of what was to be, and now 'tis not, but a symbol of what never shall be. For the room does carry a lock, and I have not the key. But for whom? Who does desire that I should be locked so? How canst thou not see that I am to be loved? I am to be cherished and to be followed, and here I am, alone. 'Tis not the life for me, nay. But Leora, my love, canst thou hear me? Canst thou hear what I call? Nay, 'tis not but an echo I do hear. 'Tis my own voice that does keep me company, not the voice of that I do desire. What scoundrel would choose to put me thus? What scoundrel would lock me up on this of all days? What fortune I have lost, fortune I shall never have. For 'tis the burden of birth that I do find myself under, and I shall find myself buried under this burden. Not but a token.
I thank thee for coming to meet me in the midst of our friendly conflict. 'Tis I, Horace, who did bring thee here, summon thee unto this very table in the village tavern, to ask thee, how then comes thy quest?
You would have me update you upon my progress, Horace. For what ends, may I ask?
Simply for means of comparison, for I would warn thee that ere this night is through, I shall have the best of it. I shall have the very best of it.
Have the best of me, he says. Is this an offer or a threat? Horace, as your antagonist in this here contest, I see it not wise for me to give you intelligence upon my progress.
Wise indeed to hold these words close to your chest. For indeed within one's breast may be held such truths that none do see. For long have I, Horace, free spirit though I be, loved a childhood friend. Long have I harbored a passion within for such a man as he has become. Indeed, long have I longed for his company, to see him, be with him in all ways spiritual and of flesh.
What hath prevented you from seeking his company?
Only one thing. He has not been here! Bassanio is finally returning. Such a strapping form he has. Hast seen him? Ah!
I have not had the privilege
Oh!
of meeting him since he has returned from
Well,
war.
'tis well. He was our childhood friend.
Aye.
But an thou dost see him now, thou shalt wilt before the fiery virtue of his manhood.
I do
It
feel
shall
myself
strike-
wilting.
It shall strike thee limp, and thou shalt crumble unto the ground.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, Lord, 'tis a metaphor.
Thou wilt quit thy whinging and take the claret.
Aye, very.
Thank you, Meg.
Come, brother of my soul,
Brother, he calls me.
up. Stand as tall as thou might.
Make not a mess.
My regrets, Meg, for I am afflicted with a sudden and uncompromising weakness.
What thou needest is love.
I. 'Tis true.
Take the bottle.
Oh,
Sup from life, suck it, drive its juice. Take into thee all that thou canst from life and give it back.
But make not a mess.
Be like unto Horace. Be like unto Bassanio. Be like unto Horace and Bassanio. For we shall love well proved ere this night is through. Happy, happy May Day unto thee.
and I will celebrate you in your victory, for I have found my own lover. A solemn companion and one of few words, yet he doth bring me much comfort.
Oh.
Little size and yet great stiffness.
Thou dost make a mockery of me, Horace.
'Tis all so easy, son. Thou needest more than a stiff drink.
Hast thou counsel for me, brother?
Always. Here in the midst of one of our friendly competitions, I shall render unto thee wisdom. Grasp after what thou wishest. Hold forth. Say the words in thy soul unto whatever man may have thee.
Meg,
Not troubled.
aye, 'tis true.
Many a time have we competed, and many a time have I bested thee, 'tis true, and yet Ne'er have I seen thee so despondent.
My spirit is broken. This last competition has rendered me a despondent creature.
I would not have thee so. Many a time have I made sport of thee. And many a time have I enjoyed it. And yet, in truth, thou art my boon companion.
Oh, companion, he calls me.
Thou art the brother of my soul.
Brother, yet again! I would seek thy counsel then, Horace, for thine art much renowned in thy ways of hunt. I fear that my own beloved will not survive the telling of my desire.
Thy
It will
words
ruin
can
things.
kill?
Nay, kill, no. Well, friendship, perhaps. A very old friendship. And this I would not lose, for I have already lost a lover.
Thou lovest David?
David?
Or mayhap 'tis... Nay, may not Peter be?
No, 'tis not Peter nor David.
Riddle me not, but tell me and I shall put the words in his ear and show him the passion of your soul, that he may be enamored of thee.
What would you tell him that might sway his soul? For he is a man unmovable and stubborn.
I should say unto him, Marry well. Mary, listen unto me. Hark ye. This man, though he hath flaws, is so stuffed with virtues that he merits great praise. He is a man of wit, of courage, for he has faced it up unto me in combat many a time, though he has lost each time. It shows character, William, in thee that thou dost. It takes no character in me to compete with thee. I win. 'Tis easy for thee, though it shows thy courage, the stiffness of thy backbone. It shows the heart that lies within thee, that beats the heart of a man.
Horace, take this thine own words and recite them unto yourself. For 'tis you that hath my heart.
Oh.
And now I.
William, rise. Such courtesies are not necessary between mother and son.
Aye, mother.
Be at your ease.
Thank thee. Thou hast summoned me.
Oh, William, I am sore distraught.
Mother?
I have been a good ruler, I know this. But I fear I have been a bad mother. Move thy soul.
Oh.
I give thee leave to tell me what thou thinkest of me and my treatment of your sisters. For I have set one high in my esteem, for from her birth she was a remarkable girl. Kind-hearted yet wise, hard-working, strong. Whereas Ophelia, if I did not know that she was from my loins, I would think the fairies had brought her. I would think that my milk had curdled in her mouth. But peradventure 'twas I that made her so. I know not.
We have but some influence over the natures of our children, Mother. What of your son?
My son, you know well you were always my favorite, William. You are in my heart. But thou didst never want the throne.
Nay, 'tis not for me.
But 'tis this that I must say to thee. If Mathilde does not return, if she has, by force of will, left her duty, for what I know not, some fancy, then 'twill fall to thee. For I shall keep my dead course on the throne
Oh,
before
Mother.
Ophelia sits there.
For Mathilde and I did return together about a week ago.
'Tis many a day that she has not been seen, and I had a letter from her very hand. And I have sent before me many a man and woman to seek her, and she is gone.
'Tis most untoward. What said the letter?
I had have hoped that you would know where she be. The letter was writ in a manner most disarming, that 'twas May, and she was off to sow her oats as she would.
Aye, and she did, for she did meet a pretty young thing in yon woods, but together we did return.
I fear me some foul play. Prepare thyself.
I beg thy pardon. Duchess, your grace.
Sir?
I am Bassanio, gone these 4 years. I have come to pay my respects unto you, your grace, and to speak with your son.
Thou art not welcome here, Bassanio.
William, what sayest thou?
Our wound is
Bassanio, forgive me. We are engaged in some family matters here, and William doth forget himself. You are most welcome.
I thank you, your grace.
I knew your mothers well in days of old.
And they have always spoken of you in such glowing terms as to shame the angels, your grace. And may I say that thy children that I have known well, William, for one, and Mathilde as well, have always been of such fine make and form.
William, you do forget yourself. Stand and greet.
Oh,
us.
he hath a silver tongue, he be like a fox, this one. I see now your ways, Bassanio, that you have bewitched my lover.
You have bewitched me.
What now?
You have been ever in my thoughts at war and at school, at night and at day. I have loved thee since I was a child, and now I have come to say it.
Bassanio, you are like a brother to me.
And my sister hath fallen in love with thy daughter, Mathilde.
News you do bring much.
Indeed, our families would join in hand and hand.
Aye, Mathilde and Leora did meet in the woods and had themselves much merriment.
Was this the last that you spoke of?
Indeed.
For she is noble born and well regarded.
I saw her but little, but what I did see was most compelling.
That does have the ring of licentiousness, my lord.
Since our talk does veer towards country matters, I shall excuse myself and leave you two gentlemen to sort matters of the heart, of which I know you are well capable. But anon, William, come to me,
Aye,
for we
mother.
must find your sister.
She was the fiercer of the two, and doth continue in her wife's footsteps.
Thou hast heard my words.
I
I have laid my soul bare before thee. Hast thou naught to say this merry day of May?
I love thee, but I cannot love thee as a husband. And I will always seek to protect thee, keep thee from harm, and hold thine interests in my heart. But my sights are set on another dear friend.
Well knew I that this might be, though I hoped it would not. Wilt thou not find it in thy heart to look within mine to see what might yet be? Is thy will such a fortress that there is no ingress to it, though I besiege it for a year? For I tell thee true, I have loved no other.
I, Bassanio, I see this to be true.
Well enough. And I shall protect thee, and I shall make of all thy dreams truth. Tell me but how I may help you, and I shall do all that is in my power.
Nay, Bassanio, tend only to thine own tender heart. I need not thy protection.
Wounds I have had and borne, but a wound of love, never I wish upon thee. Fair friend, thou hast but to call, and I shall answer.
Oh, the roses of May lay in the hay, and I was baking hay.
Thou hast come.
I have come. I was sent hither to clean your locked chamber by your fair sister, who does wish thee well and health.
Thou dost have the key.
Nay, I have no key. I have no key. I was let in by the steward. I have no key.
Thou
I
shalt
know not
retreat.
what thou speakest.
Lady, lady, thou must help me.
I am only here to scrub the floor.
Thou canst not scrub the floor at such a time.
You are a lady. Don't be on the ground. So you
There is love to be had, and thou art keeping me from it.
I, lady.
Wilt thou assist me? I do beseech thee.
Thou art desperate indeed.
I
Wait there. Conrad, art thou behind the door? For I fear I am in need of chronicling.
I am summoned, and henceforth I come.
Thou hast the key.
Nay, lady.
Nay, yea.
We are magicians, and did, like the very vapor, enter through the keyhole.
Why do you jest with me?
No, lady, we be but spirits, and our own essences be that of air and vapor.
What dost thou require of me?
Oh. What do we require, Conrad?
How might one appease us?
For you do have the key, and thou must aid me.
Lady, worry not. Conrad and I are best bosom friends to your ladyship. I would ask of thee, what dost thou have for me by way of recompense? If I were to turn your sweet flesh into vapor and push you through the keyhole, what would fall into my hand?
For as you see, being spirits that we are, we doth require some spiritual compensation.
We do speak in riddles, yet I do understand. If it is coin that thou desirest.
Aye, it is. Give it.
Thou hast the key?
Ah, games we shall play. Comrade, keep your eye on the prize and keep your quill in motion.
I chronicle diligently, dear friend.
What's the clinking and clanking that I hear?
Thou art a foul creature.
Foul, no, lady. I am here to free thee.
Understand this, dear lady. Foul though we may be, 'tis our very nature to be foul, for we are spies, and as spies, must be foul. 'Tis a foul job, you see.
You do spy for my mother?
Nay, lady, we do spy for thee. For no one knows you are here except I, and I will tell thee. Give me your trinket, and I will tell thee why thou art here.
How dost thou know?
I have ears, my lady. Oh, if that was the game thou wish to play, I shall pick up my rags and my brush, and I shall.
Thou shalt have it.
Is it so precious to thee, lady?
Temper?
What need have I for jewels if I cannot have my heart?
Conrad, fetch the jewel.
Ah!
My lady, I do not know why thou speakest of hearts. I do know that thy sister is a poisonous viper who loves thee not. Look to it. Fare thee well.
And so I mean the idea.
Horace unmanned. How can it be? Confused in love, I, who has never been such? Nay, I had thought to bed and mayhap wed Bassanio. Fresh returned from war and always in my heart, as he was when I last saw him. Fresh returned in such form to shame e'en Hercules. And yet did I shy away from such a thing. I did not go to him, yea, though it be now nearly midnight on May Day. I tell thee true. I had thought myself made of sterner stuff. But I did forbear. But who should come to my door? But Bassanio himself. What did he say unto me? Afore e'en I could utter a word. Thou art loved so well and so true. This gift should you not discard. To set me back upon my heel, and freeze the tongue within my mouth, for I knew it to be true. And was my heart schooled new? To recognize that within which I had not known lay within me, the very owner of mine own heart, and yet not understanding.
Pray continue. for I would hear more of this confession.
Then let me say this, dear brother of my soul. I confessed all unto God, but I shall say this unto thee. Thou hast had the best of me, but thou shalt have better yet, and thou wilt.
Then let us both be victors in this competition. Horace, wouldst thou take my hand as thine own husband?
Only an thou wouldst take me
Oh!
for thine.
Oh! I will!
And I as well.
We must inform my mother immediately!
Thank thee, Providence, for showing me the error of my ways in such a sweet manner.
Now thou knowest the truth.
And should have known sooner.
My sister is but a snake. She does choose to spread poison throughout.
I had thought to warn you both. I'm sorry that my warning was not timed.
Sir, I will remind you that this court is filled with people loyal to me. And I will see thee on your return to your queen with a letter detailing your behavior most rank in this matter.
Very well, Your Grace. I see now thou hast shown me my place.
My dear, let me ask thee one thing. I have heard much from your brother of a young lady.
It is true. 'Tis a woman that does have hair that does glisten in the sun, and she does speak rivers, and I do listen to its flow.
Oh, my angel, never think that thou canst sit on the throne and not have love. Your mother, Clarice, and I did love greatly, and I miss her each day.
As do I.
But tell me true, dost thou want the throne? For I shall not force it upon thee, if it sits well on thee not.
The crown must fit the head, but it does seem that the head does grow to fit the crown.
Yes, indeed it does. Oh, my daughter.
5 days.
'Tis but for our sister Ophelia. 'Twas her doing.
Oh,
But now I am free, and I shall find. I search for Leora, for I am to see her, and I found her not, but I do seek her company.
then let us find her, sister.
You have no need, for I am ever thy friend, and have your Cupid been. Come, I bear sweet tidings.
Leora, oh, 'tis thee. Thou dost not know what struggles I have taken to see thee, and I would but lay at thy feet if thou wouldst have me, for I was there for thee, and thou wert there for me, and I was not there, for I was alone. Wouldst thou have me?
I have thought of nothing but thee for all these days. I will be at thy side for ill and for good, for I love thee true, and so loving ever will be.
Thou didst know my heart true. I have kept my token.
I have mine, though I know not the meaning.
I shall give it thee, and thou shalt give it me. And together we shall have them, as we have each other. We have no need for token. And so it shall be.
Leora, thou hast your family's blessing.
Brother.
Sister. Welcome, sister.
Happy we be.
Happy am I for you, William, for Bassanio, for you, and for you. And I know well that some May day I shall indeed be as blessed as the three of ye and the sun. Come, let us celebrate.
Let us celebrate.
Thank you so much for coming this Saturday night to Shakesqueer. Paul Holman-Kursky on lights. And our cast,
Peter.
Molly.
Meryl.
Michael.
And we have 3 more weekends, so tell your friends, come back, each show's different. And we will see you over in the salon. We can chat about why we do what we do and answer your questions if you have them. And we will have a hat if you are so moved. We are a small nonprofit theater and we love what we do, but it doesn't pay for itself. So if you have a little extra that you could spare, we would welcome it. Thank you so much.
What? Like, I'm like,